Hello, I'm back with another kind of tell me anything random reading. So this is kind of when I just pull cards off camera, and I think it's an interesting enough story to kind of come on camera and kind of share with you. So I have already pulled these cards. I pull them in the usual way that you see me do on camera. There's no kind of setting up on my half. I literally, it's what it gives me. And if it gives me something that I feel like it needs sharing, I'm going to do so. So you're just gonna have to trust me that this is how the cards came out, I'm afraid. I would like a little bit of feedback because I feel like this saves a lot of time doing it this way, and it allows me to interpret things properly in the way that I am comfortable doing off camera. So if you like this format and you don't mind me pulling the cards off camera, just kind of let me know. If you prefer to see the cards on camera, also let me know. I may do a mix of both. So yeah, I don't know who this is for. It's timeless. When it finds you, it's your reading. If it, obviously if it resonates, if it's not your story, then leave it for somebody whose story it is. But something's going on for somebody here. So what I'm seeing here is there's some kind of relationship. It feels like a very, very strong connection, and but it's also very confusing, very, very confusing. So we start with this observer. So this is like watching, kind of watching this person, trying to figure out what they're all about. But I feel like there's not very much communication happening. So there's a sense of kind of like feeling the connection very strongly, but not actually taking much action or not expressing true feelings. You can see up here we've got the Queen of Swords, kind of the Queen of Cups is underneath the Queen of Swords. She's here with that sword down, and she's got her heart locked away here. The cup symbolising her heart. She's got it locked away in that little cage. Some of the songs that I was getting, I'll give you the list of songs that I was getting first thing this morning, which is what led me to do this reading. Special Affair, the internet. It's like, I feel like this person's saying, I don't know what this person wants from me. I don't know if they want a one night stand. I don't know if they want commitment. I don't want to be a one night stand as much as I love for this, I love this person as much as I physically want them. I'm not in it for the short term. So Special Affair by the Internet, My Strange Addiction by Billie Eilish. I really feel like there's a bit of stalking going on online there. Religion by Lana Del Rey. You Stay With Me, Ricky Martin. So that song by Ricky Martin, it's like they have a one night stand, and then it's like he cannot get her off his mind. So I feel like that is kind of key to this little story that we've got going here. Also Groupie Love by Lana Del Rey. So this is what I've got so far. I have got a few more songs here, kind of that I pulled on specific cards as we go through the reading. So what I'm seeing here, I'm going to read from the book so you understand kind of what I'm seeing and how I'm coming up with what I'm coming up with. Some of it is intuitive, some of it is based on knowledge of the cards. It's kind of the overall, the bigger picture kind of thing. So observer. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. So sorry, it's not one of my readings if I don't have a burp somewhere in it. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experiences, so much so that they come to believe that this is their only reality. There are times when you need distance in order to gain perspective and understand your circumstances from a more neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. This is a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring. Instead of only considering yourself, consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with now. You'll be so happy you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and will indeed find. But I'm really interested in the relationship message because that's what I'm seeing here, especially I've got the soulmate card over there. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way. Feelings can get all jumbled up. This is exactly how I felt this morning when I'm moving into Cancerian energy. I have got Cancer's reading later today. And this lady on this card, she actually looks like a friend I used to work with who was of the star sign Cancer. So yeah, I do feel like I am so in my emotions, and I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra sun, Libra a Gemini moon, so I think I'm Libra Mercury as well. So I'm very logic based. I'm very much in my thoughts and in my head. So it's weird for me to get into my emotions. It's like, it's not that I don't have emotions, it's just I'm not ruled by them. But this morning is like, I've just been crying the whole morning. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, Cancerian energy. How do you cope? How do you cope? I have got a Cancerian placement. It's either my North Node or my South Node because I get them mixed up. But yeah, it's like, oh my goodness. No wonder you always retreat into that little shell, right? That turtle shell. It hurts to be a Cancerian. So I do feel like it's Cancerian energy affecting this reading, but the person who this is for could be any sign. So yeah, someone's all in the feelings. Feelings can get all jumbled up, and you often hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend an understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Right? Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to the higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself and in others and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. So something's got you all in a tiz, or the person who I'm reading for, something's got them all in a tiz. The Nine of Swords here is like anxiety, nightmares, fears. It's really coming through as fear, right? And I think the fear is that this person has to walk away. The Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords are two very, very painful cards. They talk about thoughts. All these black ravens kind of symbolize like the thoughts that kind of creep in like shadows in your mind, kind of like make you doubt yourself, or, you know, to think of all the things that could go wrong in a situation. So it's very, the energy I was picking up on this morning, it's very, very painful. I think when you feel a strong connection with somebody and you don't really know where this relationship's going, and you don't know what's going to happen here, you don't know what that other person wants from you, and you're so scared of getting hurt, you start to kind of almost manifest it. So I think you're almost aware that, I feel like it's like keeping an eye on somebody, right? Checking, you know, maybe asking friends here, like, what are they doing? Like, what are they going to be at the party? Or like, you know, looking at someone's social media. So it's like keeping an eye on this person because you feel this strong soul tie. But doing so means that you see things out of context and you don't really understand, or you don't really know how to interpret it. So your mind plays tricks on you. So you're trying to walk away from this. You're trying to walk away from this Nine of Swords energy. It's like, I need to cut this. I need to cut this out. It's not doing me any good. It's like, it's just keeping me in my emotions. I'm not functioning properly because of this. So you could be trying to stop this kind of like almost like spying behavior. You know, it feels obsessive. It feels like obsessing about this person because it's such a strong connection, right? So this leads you to this Four of Cups energy. Now, the Four of Cups is like disappointment, like thinking of all the things that have gone wrong, or wishing for things that you don't have. So it's a bit of a sulky energy. But while you're busy sulking, and she's looking back, right? She's looking back at all this. So like a bit of, I feel like there's something that you've seen, or something that's kind of like triggered all this in you. So there's this looking back. It could be previous relationships, right? The way you've been treated in past relationships, especially with the Three Cups there. But the universe is like right here trying to give you something really special, but you're too busy sulking that you're going to miss it. So I'm going to read for you. I'm going to read for you what the book says about that card. Just so you know which decks I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here by Colette Baron Reid, the Lightseers Tarot here by Chris Ann, and up at the top there I'm using the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reid. So if you were interested in any of those decks, that is the names of them, and I'll link I'll list them in the description box down below as well, so you can go and look them up. I buy all my decks from Amazon at the moment. No, that's the Four of Pentacles. Why am I looking at the Four of Pentacles? Cups, where are you, Cups? Maybe that's what you're saying. Where is the love, right? So the Four of Cups is the one that I specifically want to read to you. Missing opportunities for abundance, a time to meditate, frustration and boredom, being a brat, not appreciating what you have, apathy, introspection, stability leading to boredom. So life's a bit boring, right? Shadow seer, focusing on the negative, pessimism, right? A time to practice gratitude, a gentle nudge to stop complaining. If you are finding yourself bored, unsatisfied, or frustrated with your current situation, know that you are likely missing the vibrant landscapes that are present just beyond your peripheral vision. So you're not seeing everything clearly, which might be what's leading to this obsessive observer energy. But again, it does sort of talk about taking a step back to reanalyze, right? To see the bigger perspective. Often we've become so focused on our own internal perspectives about our feelings about a situation that can prevent us from noticing the arrival of an extraordinary opportunity and remarkable things. If you remain open to shifting ever so slightly in order to see your situation in a fantastic new light, you will learn that the present moment is filled with the most dynamic magic. Instead of focusing on what you don't have right now, focus on what you do. Even better, spend energy focusing your thoughts on the experiences you will create in the future. Taking time to meditate and slow your mind will show you that life is better than it seems. It's up to you to shift into the abundance available to you right now. Okay, so like you're all up in your head about something, all in your feelings, all up in your head. It's kind of creating this kind of like, it's almost like this energy of being really stuck, being like not having the energy to do the things you need to do, being distracted, right? Because your feelings and your thoughts are all wrapped in something that you want. The motivational message here is, I see the fullness and richness in my life. Now, the song that I pulled for this was Matches by Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys. It's like playing with matches. This might leave some damage. So I feel like there's definitely this love interest for you where you're really, 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 really scared of getting your heart broken here. It's very fiery because, again, I'm going to lead into another song in a minute. Very, very fiery connection. I'm actually going to pull up the lyrics to that song. Okay, this is why I'm saying it's like, it feels like a very strong connection and it's driving you mad, right? The lyrics of this song, I taste you in the air, your energy is everywhere. It's like it's coming in for you, but you don't have it yet, right? I taste you in the air, your energy is everywhere. It's borderline unfair. You know, I can see him praying it, screaming my name. And if it's up to me, I need you between my Egyptian sheets. I know I can see them praying, think you feel the same, right? So you think this person feels the same. You feel their energy, you feel the connection, but you're really kind of having a lot of self-doubt about it. If they just did me for Prince, they'd find you all over me. It's like playing with matches, the good kind, it might leave some damage, the good kind of damage. I like the way you dress. It's... Yeah, want you good in the worst way. So yeah, it is. It feels a bit obsessive because you can't get away from this energy, right? It might be the sort of connection where you just see the name everywhere, or you everything reminds you of this person. It's like, as much as you try and walk away from them with that Ten of Swords, you're constantly reminded of them. Every time you try and get yourself back together, the universe is there, like playing songs that remind you of this person, or there's adverts that mention this person's name, or you see somebody looks like this person, and it's like no matter what you do, you cannot escape this person. So it's almost like an obsession, but it's not an obsession that's coming from you. It's an obsession you're trying to walk away from, but it won't let you go, because I feel like there's a strong soulmate connection here. You have a lesson to learn with this person. So this kind of Four of Cups, this kind of sulking, trying to walk away from it, trying to almost like trick yourself into believing that this isn't for you, lead you into not for you, not for you card. Now, don't panic. This card annoys me because sometimes I get it when I really want something and I'm like, the energy that it brings out in me, and I've got Mars in Sagittarius, so I think this is why. But for me, it's like I've got a bit of a couple of things that make me a bit rebellious as well in my chart. But it's like when somebody tells me something's not for me, I'm like, screw you. I'm gonna go and get it anyway. Don't you tell me what I can and can't have. It's like basically why I went and did Latin at uni, because it was like, nobody does Latin anymore. It's only like rich people who do Latin. It's like rich men, rich white men, and I was like, right, I'm like a random, I mean, I'm not like poor, but like I'm a random girl, like I'm a mother, like don't you tell me what I can and can't do. I'm going to go and study Latin for absolutely no reason other than like posh people get to do it, so why shouldn't I? So I mean, not everybody who studies Latin is posh, but you know, traditionally, if you go back in history a little bit. So when I see this card, it's almost like a challenge for me, and this is kind of what's going on up here, which I'll get to in a minute. So not for you. A clear knowing that something is being denied you. Okay, it's not that it's not for you, it's that it's being denied you. And it does say rejection is God's protection. So relationship message: some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them, and that is obvious from the beginning. You see the red, but the red flags escape your observation. The red flags escape your observation, or you refuse to acknowledge them. When a relationship is not meant to be, it is not possible to make it be. Rejection is a sign that you're being projected by the divine. If you are, hang on, where's it gone? If you are, come on. If you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot there is a lid. This one might not be the best fit. Now, there's a bit of a trick here because you're thinking that something's not for you. You're thinking something's going to break your heart. You're thinking that you need to walk away from something, but you're not doing it. The Eight of Cups in reverse says, no way, no way, no how am I walking away from this. I'm holding on to this. I'm holding on to this new beginning, this Ace of Wands, because it feels so hot and fiery and passionate, right? Not for you. I actually clarified it and got Common People by Pulp. So what I feel is happening here, I'm just writing that down, sorry, Common People, Pulp. What I think is happening here with this Hierophant card here as well is that you're placing a high value on yourself. You're saying it's not that this person's not for you, but there could be a situation that's not for you. What's not for you? You're not going to walk away from this. You're going to hold on to that new start, that passion. You know, you can feel that energy, right, of this connection. You know what's meant for you. So you're not going to get all stuck in your thoughts anymore. You're not going to get in that low vibrational sulking energy. You're going to, you know, it's like not letting it go. It's like holding on to something, realizing that there's nothing missing here. There's nothing missing here, so there's no way you're walking away from it. You want this brand new fiery, passionate start, but you want it to come in with commitment. The Hierophant card here symbolizes commitments, you know, the long term, solid foundations, ascension, higher wisdom, higher guidance. Now this is kind of coming in with this Three of Cups energy. So what I'm actually seeing here specifically and kind of intuitively, and my overview of the cards, is that you do need to separate from something. I feel like you need to separate from your emotions. You need to separate from your thoughts. You need to separate from obsessing over this connection and get a bit of distance and a bit of clarity. You don't have to let go of it because you feel it so strongly, right? It's like divine guidance here. Look, the Three of Cups, she's following her stars, she's following her hopes, she's following her dreams. Hierophant, the staircase leading up to that like brand new doorway. There's ascension here. So this connection could actually be teaching you through separation, through not understanding what's going on. It's actually teaching you to kind of level up. It's teaching you to be a better person, no matter where this goes. And this is the perspective that I think you're choosing to see at the moment. It's like, I can see the good that this is bringing out in me. I can see where this person's challenged me in some way, or my fears have actually pushed me to be a stronger person. So this is the process, this is the point of these connections, is to get you up and get you into a better energy. So the Three of Cups also talks about friendships, your community, the people who are your support network. So it could be that you need to not let go of this connection, but it's like not for you can also talk about the right time. So you recognize that it's not quite the right time for this. There's still some learning that you need to do, right? It's not that it's not for you, but it's not for you right now. So you are trying to separate a little bit. You're trying to maybe just go and hang out with friends, maybe just try and have that like light-hearted fun, and try and get into this high vibrational energy. Now let me just have a quick check of what I actually pulled cards on there. Eight of Cups in reverse, you've got Fire by Kasabian. So I feel like this person also feels the fire. They're not letting go of you. Or it's like a chess game with two sides. They're feeling this energy. They feel it too. So they are saying, I'm on fire. Let me just pull up the lyrics. So you've got shake me into the night and I'm an easy lover. Take me into the fire and I'm an easy brother. I'm on fire. Um, where is it? I'm heading back into the tunnel for my soul to burn. I'm coming, you're coming, no hiding my feelings. I want to take it to the highest over me, right? Wire me up to the machines, I'll be a prisoner. It's like, get your hip on, get your shake on. I caught a bullet from the heavens to the one you serve. I'm running out to the highest love. So it's the way I'm reading it today. I mean, there's different interpretations, obviously, but the way I'm reading it is like this person feels it too, or this is you absolutely feeling it and being like, I know that this is the highest form of love. I know that this is a divine connection. I know that this is what I wished for. This is my person. I am on fire for this person, right? So it could be mirrored. So I told you it was hot in here, matches, fire. Now, you also got, on the Hierophant card, you got all the small things, Blink 182. So it's almost like, again, with that groupie love as well, it's like, I left you roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares. Say it ain't so. I will not go. I will not go, right? Eight of Cups in reverse. I will not go. Turn the lights on, carry me home. So I looked up the on Genius Lyrics. I went and looked up the kind of story behind this song, and one of the people in Blink 182 wrote it about the person who was their girlfriend at the time. It's all the small things that she does that make me love her. And in an interview from the time, one of the bandmates said that he's completely loyal to her. She's his one and only. And they actually ended up getting married. So and they're still married now. I checked. So I hope that stays, right. But the Hierophant does talk about a long-term commitment. It's like, I know this is my person. I'm not walking away from them, but I may need to separate a little bit just to kind of get that perspective, just to kind of get my own energy back together, hang out with friends, whatever it is that this person needs to do. Because I'm not going to lie, Not For You made me worry, but if you see this card coming up next, now I'm just going to pause and move over. Okay, so what we have here, after Observer, Not For You, is the Soulmates card. Now, it could be a different person coming in for you, but I feel like there's an energy of kind of like almost looking back at past relationships and crying over spilt milk. It may be that you need to let go of a past relationship because there's a very strong connection coming in for you. Now, I don't know, it could be more than one person you're dealing with. It could be that this is all about that one person and you need to have a break, get the perspective in order for you to come back together and have success. The Six of Wands is success. The Judgment is a second chance, a revival, ascension, feeling the call, knowing where you're supposed to be, right? I'm going to get to these cards at the bottom in a moment. Just a second, please. Okay, it was my son wanting me to open a milkshake for him, and he's got 10 minutes till his next lesson, so I need to speed up a little bit. So soulmates. Consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude or break you open so that you can finally claim who you were meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, come to guide you home to the real you. So it's about you, it's not really about them. Okay, it's like this person's kind of like this superhero. They've got the key to your heart. I really feel like this person gets under your skin. This is what I was picking up on this morning. It's like this person knows exactly how to push your buttons. They know all your weak points, all your vulnerabilities, but every time they trigger you, there's this competitive aspect of like, I'm going to prove myself, I'm going to make myself better, I'm going to make that person want me, right? So it's like this person, whether or not you're destined to be together, they're brought into your life because they're making you a better person. But you're not going to mess around. You're not going to have a one night stand with this person. You're here for the commitment. You want the long term. You're very clear on what you actually want. So I feel like this Six of Wands again talks about success. You're going to have victory in something, or you're going to have some kind of reward or recognition. The Judgment card talks about hearing the call, kind of stepping into, I feel like it's like you stepping into your higher self, you really kind of like ascending as a person, especially having the Hierophant card there as well. So you're going to have success in your rebirth, whatever this is for you. So down here at the bottom, what this is telling me is that the Hermit and the Hangman are telling me that whatever the delay is, rejection is God's protection. Perhaps you wanted to go and be with this person, but then COVID happened and you weren't able to travel to them. It's like maybe if you traveled to them at that point, you would have had a very passionate affair, and that's it. But the delay means that you've had to do this kind of soul searching. With the Hermit card and the Hierophant, that is soul searching. That's deep inner reflection. The Hangman, deep inner reflection, looking at things from a different perspective, seeing things from different angles. The observer, the Hangman, really kind of, this is really getting you all up in your feelings and all up in your head. And it's like you almost have to have that Four of Cups energy, where it's like you have to assess this. You have to have that assessment of why you're feeling what you're feeling. Why does this person trigger you so much? Why does this person bring out the worst in you and the best in you? What do you want from this relationship? So I think you are clear that you want a long-term commitment or nothing, but you're not giving up on it, right? You're not walking away. So the hold up means that you're doing this inner reflective work. Look at the light shining from within this person. This is all about you and unlocking the potential within you. But then you hit this Four of Swords energy. Now this keeps coming out in my readings, and I'm like, what is this Four of Swords doing here? Now, if I go up here, kind of just shuffling everything around here. So if I go up here, you've got this never-ending story. Never-ending story. Oh my God. Tell the truth with somebody with the heart open is underneath that. So you've got this never-ending story here. This person, look, she's got her head in her hands. She's got her head in her hands and her heart locked away in that bubble there. And the Queen of Swords here, very analytical, very clear, very focused, all up in the head space. Her heart locked away. So look at the posture of these, looking forward to the future, but being all up in the head. Don't get stuck in your head about this, okay? Can you see how she's releasing that sand? It's like you need to just flow like the sand. Don't get stuck in your head and kind of mess it all up, because underneath, if you look at what's underneath, and there's the King of Swords. So you've got counterpart energy and yin. Okay, I haven't seen these cards until I started the reading. So yeah, you've got counterpart energy. That person's like looking back at you, they're waiting for you, and all that lovely feminine receptive energy underneath. Don't try and control the situation. Be receptive, be open, go with the flow. Okay, yin is going with the flow, not trying to control. So underneath the Queen of Swords, here she is opening up her heart, revealing her emotions, revealing her feelings. Truth be told, opening the heart space, revealing emotions, revealing feelings, the mask coming off. This is funny because I feel like it's almost like this could be the counterpart to the reading that I did yesterday that was kind of, and underneath that is the King of Pentacles. No way. 2 queens, 2 kings, and underneath that is the Ace of Cups. Oh my God. This is like, this looks really good. The King of Pentacles, if you wanted that commitment, King of Pentacles is very grounded. He is going to be able to give that to you. Okay, it could be that this other person, I feel like you're both a bit cold. It's like, I feel like you're both in this kind of like cold watching energy. Like you both kind of tucked away your heart. You're both in your head. Like, look, he's got the crows with him there as well. Like, yeah, both kind of up in your headspace, like not in your emotions, trying to get that perspective. But underneath, you're the Queen of Cups. I feel like I'm reading for the feminine energy. You're the Queen of Cups, really wanting to open up that heart space and be open and honest about your feelings. And this person's the King of Pentacles. They're not coming in like the bloody Knight of Wands. They want a long-term commitment and stability as well. And they want to offer you something solid and dependable. So it's showing as the potential for this, okay? So don't get stuck in your head. This talks about the message that I'm getting is don't repeat the cycle. Don't repeat the cycle of locking your heart space away, especially if you have a strong Cancerian placement. Feel your way through the situation. So 2 of Swords. I feel like you're mirroring though as well, so it could be that the other person has to do this too. Stalemate. There you go. That's why it's not for you. Look, literally, it's stalemate, right? Checkmate. That's why you're in checkmate energy. That's why you've had this hold up, okay? But it's good, right? It's for your highest good. Stalemate at crossroads, making a difficult choice, opposing ideas or options, choosing the best route of action, memory and thought. A difficult choice, confusion, the angst of the unknown, between a rock and a hard place, fear of commitment. Fear of commitment. Wow, the King of Pentacles isn't scared of commitment, so that must be you. You know that feeling of not knowing. You know that feeling of not knowing, being all up in your head and in your emotions? Yeah, we know that feeling. It's time to make a choice, and it may seem like you are between a rock and a hard place. If you can't decide which way to go, it's because you can't see the bigger picture yet. Observer. The Two of Swords is whispering that you must move in one direction. Close your eyes and listen to your internal guidance system for your map. If your intuition has fallen unusually silent, I keep getting that's so annoying, it's asking you to trust yourself and your ability to discern and decide. Even in blindness, you already know the best way forward. When you act, the future will reveal itself, and it will help you move towards your dream. There you are, moving towards your dream. Have faith that the universe is serving you the right experience. At the crossroads of duality, your analysis and overthinking, over here, analysis and overthinking, right? The analysis and overthinking, all that Queen and King of Swords energy, will just get you buried in the quicksand of a million possible endings. So find peace of mind by trusting your judgment. You literally have the judgment card, your judgment, right? Your higher self, your own wisdom, your own guidance. When blinded by the unknown, I can trust myself to move towards the light. Okay, trust yourself, trust your feelings, trust what you know. So what did I get? What did I get? Two of Swords, right? The song that I got for the Two of Swords was Wild Thing. Wild Thing, you make my heart sing. What is it? You mean everything. Ooh, baby, wild thing. I think I love you. What's making your heart sing? You know it. You're doing it here, right? There's your heart singing. You've done that introspective work. Who's unlocking your heart? Who's got the key to your heart? You know who it is. It's that person who pushes all your buttons, right? If you didn't care, if they didn't care, why would they affect you that much? Okay, so this card actually talks in one of the descriptions, not the one I read out, I don't think, in one of the other descriptions, it talks about oh no, it was the one I read out. It talks about having like an animal friend to guide you. So I thought, right, I'm going to get an animal to finish off this reading. I'm going to really hurry up so my son can do his lessons. And I thought about using the animal spirit deck, but they kept showing me the spirit animal oracle. So I've used this deck. So you got 4 cards. Unbelievably, with me saying this Cancerian energy, you got the turtle spirit. Now, the turtle spirit immediately gave me happy together by the turtles. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. You want the long-term commitment. You want your soulmate. That's who you want. So turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. This is why I feel like, again, rejection has got to protection. You've got the stalemate energy. You've got this like hung up energy of being like, you know, stuck and forced into solitude. It's the universe protecting you, because they know that slow and steady wins the race. If you want the long term, the seeds have to be planted properly. Again, I feel like if this had got off the ground earlier, it would have fizzled out, you know, burning too quickly like matches, right? Which is why you've got this kind of patience energy. And then you've got the seahorse spirit. The seahorse mates for life, right? The seahorses pair up. Watch and wait. Be the observer. Be in the yin energy. Let it flow. Don't try and control the situation. You've got the snake spirit. Time to heal. This is transformation and growth as well. The snake peels its skin. So every time it grows, it needs to peel that outer layer to give it room to grow. So it's a bit painful. It's transformative. It's kind of what's going on here. The Hermit and the Hangman, they do kind of talk about healing, right? Soul searching, doing that inner work. So take the time. Everything is take the time. Wait, watch, be patient. Okay? If you can't move right now, it's because it's protecting you, but you don't have to walk away from this. You don't have to give up on it. Squirrel spirit, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. It's so funny, that squirrel as well, because I was thinking about squirrels when I was like picking up on all the energy. All right, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Put yourself first, and you will have success in this. Or just know your worth, know your value, know that you're not out there for a one night stand. Be open and honest with this person. Say, I don't want an affair. I don't want a fling. If we're doing this, we're doing it properly. So at least that person knows your perspective, right? At least they know what you're thinking, especially if they're in this energy too of not understanding your perspective, not knowing what you want. So be clear that you're in it to win it. You're in it, if you like it, then you better put a ring on it, right? So, yeah, I hope that was helpful to you. Do watch out for these animals. So penguins, turtles, seahorses, snakes, and squirrels, crows as well, or dark birds. They could all be bringing you messages, bringing you guidance. Foxes, um, that like wolf-like dog up there as well. Owls I see on the King of Swords. So all these animals could act as prompts for you to think about a situation more deeply or to guide you in a certain direction. So do watch out for these animals. I hope that was helpful to whoever that was for, and I hope it revealed a little bit about what's going on in your situation and why. And I'm going to leave it there because my son is literally, his lesson is starting right now. It's 11 o'clock. So do take care. Best of luck with that. And let me know if you like these readings where I pull the cards off camera. I feel like I get a little bit more I feel happier with them because I feel like I'm more clear about the story. I have a little bit more time with the cards in my own energy without having to constantly speak to kind of work out what's going on. So it means I can open up my intuition a little bit more. So do let me know what you think. Leave me a like, comments down below, all that business, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye bye. I'm going to get it over the soulmates. There you go. Bye bye, guys.